Here at Gundam Planet, we're all... You know what, guys? I can't do this. We gotta be serious right now. I'm very passionate about the Mobile Suit Gundam universe. I'm very passionate about mobile suit design and the pure artistry that goes into the creation of these shows and these robots that we all know and love. And I think that it's only right. I could just think about all of the mobile suits that just stick out in my head as things that it just means so much to me, and I just want to talk about it forever. So today I'm going to show you guys one of the most eloquently beautiful, artistically designed mobile suits that you've ever seen in your life, and that's why today I'm reviewing the Zock. He's here, finally. I'm finally going to talk about the Zock. And, you know what? I'm just kidding, because the Zock is one of the goofiest things I've ever seen in my life, and that is why I love him so much. He's just a big, fat, green, amphibious mobile suit, and, like, a lot of the amphibious mobile suits from original Gundam are weird, but I think this man right here takes the cake. So, I've been joking about this thing since I think the first time I ever saw it, so I think it's finally time to dive right in to the Zock. So, starting off from the top, wow, big green, two runners of just big, bulky, and green. This is definitely just a big fat man, as you can tell from these two runners. And, whoa, what's that? Is that inner frame? Yes, sir, there is inner frame in this kit. You know, not a lot of high grades from this time had some inner frame, but when they looked at the Zock, they were like, you know what? Has to happen. We're giving the Zock two runners of pretty surprisingly well-detailed inner frame. So, that is cool. And then, whoa, we got some polycaps, but you know what? Never seen these polycaps before. I don't think these have ever been used on any other model kit ever. So, that's neat. Got these weird joints, these weird rounded ones, like, very strange. But I guess that's par for the course when you're reviewing the greatest mobile suit of all time, the Zock. Here you have these like flappy translucent pieces of plastic that go where the mono eye goes. It's in like the weird shape on the face, so that'll give it a little bit of extra detail. Moving on, we've got our next runner here, which has just more, more of the usual. You got your clear yellow mono eye there. You got some of this nice mac and cheese colored pieces here, so like love mac and cheese, so I'm into that. Then, what's that? We got another of the same runner. So let's see, there's just two of that runner, two of that runner, two of that runner, and polycaps. So there's not a whole lot going on in this kit because every runner, other than the polycaps, is a duplicate of another one. So this is gonna be fun. Alright, so, here he is. It's the Zock. He's big, he's mean, he's green, and boy was this a repetitive and tedious model to build. The claws and the arms specifically were just, the whole kit really is just, like, I like to call it ×2 hell. Well, in this particular case, it's ×6 hell, ×12. Oh my god, it's just the whole thing is completely symmetrical, so you're just going to be doing the same thing over and over again until the model is built for all sides of the model. The claws were really bad because the claws were, it's like ×6, so you got to do each individual claw and then the arm, each individual part of the arm, and then when it's all said and done though, it kind of works pretty good because then you end up, which is rare for high grades, with these individually articulated claws. And so it's like, I'm thinking, it's like, was it worth the effort? Yes, it absolutely was, because the Zock is awesome. And that's the thing, it's just like, this is a really cool looking model, especially for a high grade, because it just like, if you want something that's gonna stand out on your shelf, then this guy will. You pick him up, he feels nice and solid, and honestly, as much as I found the build incredibly boring, I can't say I regret a second of it because I'm very glad to have this. So, there's not too much articulation, but there's a couple little things we can take a look at, so we're just going to get right up close and take a look at some things. Alright, so as far as articulation goes, there's not a lot going on here, but there's a couple cool things that he does. I'll just get that out of the way. The waist, you get like a little bit of wiggle in the waist, nothing too crazy. You can like bend the waist back a little bit so that you can put an action base in this little slot here so you can get him kind of like zooming up through the water. So like that's pretty cool. The feet are, like the rest of the kit, they're perfectly symmetrical, so you can actually like, if you pop the foot off and like just put it back on, it's exactly the same, so like that's interesting, I think. And then for the arms, like I said earlier, you get these individually articulated claws, which is surprisingly nice for a high grade. You can just move them around all over the place, however you want them to be. And then for the arms, you got the elbows here. Again, because the kit is perfectly symmetrical, you could bend them up like that, or you can bend it the other way. And that's pretty cool. There is no restrictions. Anything you want to do with this elbow, it's endless. Except not really, because it's only as much as the plastic will let you go, because this thing is big and bulky, and like the shoulder armor gets in the way if you want to bend the arm up like that. And then, as far as the shoulder armor goes, this is like two pieces, one inside of the other, so technically this has a little bit of motion in there. I don't know if you can see it, but like it's not much, and it barely counts. And then you can spin the shoulders all the way around. So the arms are pretty much the only thing on this kit that's articulated for the most part. And then if you want, it's got the little mono eye in there. You can pop this top part off and then move the mono eye around with your finger on this little track here so you can get them looking however you want. I don't really mess around with it. I just kind of keep them looking front and center. But it's a nice feature if you want to move it around. And that is pretty much it. So that's the high-grade Zock. I mean, if you have the same taste for the goofier side of mobile suit design like me, then you will absolutely love the Zock. Like I said earlier, I don't really recommend it for the build process because the build itself was very boring and repetitive, but the finished product, in my opinion, makes it all worth it because the build really doesn't take that long, it's just boring. But you do get this cool man, and it has like those nice claws like I said, and you know, it looks good. So if you like the greatest mobile suit of all time, then you only have one way of getting them. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed that review. I know it was a little silly, but the Zock is pretty silly, and I love him. So if you love him too, let me know how much you love him in the comments. If you have something bad to say about him, then just don't even say it. I don't want to hear it. This is perfect. And if you like the video, be sure to like and subscribe. I already told you to comment. And be sure to check out our boy Marsound, who does the music that we use in these videos. You can check out his SoundCloud at the link below. We also have a couple other videos that you can check out because you know we got lots of reviews and we keep them coming. So check out these two that we have down here. And you know what? I'll see you guys next time. A lot of this kit is just the same thing a bunch of times. Moving on to the arms, like I said, this is not going well.